Hello everybody and welcome to the University of Tampa Admitted Student Virtual Reception here on this beautiful Monday evening here in Tampa, Florida. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. So those of you who are not here for last week's reception, we're going to be doing the same pretty much thing as last week, going over the same information as we did last week, and then answering any questions at the end. So we'll do a brief introduction about the university and talk about a bunch of things about UT and your next steps, and then we'll do a question and answer at the end. So feel free to type your questions right in there. The questions will pop up. We'll answer all the questions at the end of our presentation. So feel free to ask your questions, and then we'll go back through and answer all those at the end here. So first off, to introduce myself, my name is Anthony Pinto. I'm Associate Director of Admissions here at UT, and this is Emily. Emily, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a junior here, and I'm an elementary education major and psychology minor from Phoenix, Arizona.
Awesome. See Phoenix right there. You guys are probably from all around the country. I'm originally from New York. I attended UT also, and now I work for the university as Associate Director of Admissions. I'm the New York Admissions Counselor, so I work with any New Yorkers that are out there interested in applying to the University of Tampa. So we'll get started here. Talk a little bit about UT. First off, if you haven't been to Tampa, Florida before, this is where Tampa is located. We're about an hour and a half or so from Orlando, about 4 hours or so from Miami. So it's a really good location right there in Florida, right off the coast. Definitely enjoy having that great location there in Florida. Our slogan here is love where you live and learn, and it really is true. You do love to live here and learn here also. That is downtown Tampa. You can see right there, beautiful downtown area, and we're located right next to downtown Tampa. So we have a really great location with lots going on for our students. We have the beach about a half hour away, half hour, 40 minutes or so, depending on which beach you go to, Clearwater or St. Pete. Bayshore Boulevard is right over, right down the road from campus. Great place to go running, jogging, biking, or just walk up and down there, drive up and down there, and see the beautiful $1 million homes. I was out bike riding there this weekend. Beautiful, got a nice little miniature tan here, so I got to take advantage of the Florida sun as much as we can down here, but definitely a great location with lots going on. We have our sports teams here, the Buccaneers, the Rays, and the Lightning, and my personal favorite, Yankee spring training, is here also. We have the Tampa Bay Times Forum, where the Lightning play right down the road from campus, about 5 minutes away. Raymond James Stadium is about 10 minutes away, where the Buccaneers play. The Rays play at Tropicana Field, about a half hour away. So really great location. Busch Gardens, about 20 minutes north of us. We actually do a trip during freshman orientation for all the freshmen to go to Busch Gardens, go hang out up there and enjoy the roller coasters. And we do that trip on the last day of orientation, and then you have to go to class that next day. Sorry about that, but that is part of the orientation. You could do the Busch Gardens or the beach. It's kind of a tough choice for orientation. Then we have Gasparilla, which is a big pyro festival that happens every year at the end of January here in Tampa. People from all over the country come down to Gasparilla to celebrate, and it's a cool parade that happens right here in Tampa. So students really enjoy that. So as you can see right there, there's our an overhead shot of our campus. It's a beautiful, about 100-acre campus. Some really many new beautiful buildings. That main building in the middle there with the silver minarets is Plant Hall. That's where our admissions offices are. And then a lot of the other big buildings you see are residence halls where students will live. So definitely a great campus located right on the Hillsborough River that you'll see right there. And right across from the Hillsborough River is downtown Tampa. So really great location, and we have downtown and UT right next to each other. So you can live on campus and be on your own confined campus, but then you're also in downtown Tampa. Just walk right across the short little bridge there, and you're in downtown Tampa. So really great location, tons of internships with that, and I'll be talking more about those internships in just a moment here for UT. And this kind of describes our students. Our students are very metropolitan. They definitely love enjoying and having the city here. Very active campus, beautiful campus, lots going on for our students. So very active campus. It's beautiful most of the year, so great Florida weather, definitely very active, enjoying that beautiful campus that we have and everything that's going on. And then independent. Our average student comes from about 890 miles away. So our students here on campus are very independent. They enjoy being on their own. They have no problem being on their own. They're confidently independent. They know that they can't go home every night and get a home cooked meal. Can't go home every weekend and get your laundry done by mom or dad. So you really got to take advantage of that independence that you have. So those confidently independent students are the ones that really do succeed here. So make sure that you are independent, that you are ready to be far away from home. If you're coming from far away from home, some of you might be local. So definitely those independent students are the ones that succeed here. So definitely important to get involved and really embrace everything that we have going on here on campus for our students. And as you can see here, we are an AACSB accredited business school here at UT, and we're also ranked as one of the top colleges in the country for business, and in other lists also. We're also a military-friendly school, named one of the best colleges by U.S. News and World Report. So as you can see, some of our great accreditations that we have here, and so definitely highly recommended university. When you come in as a freshman, you're going to be taking a course called Gateways. It's a one-credit course that lasts your whole freshman year. In Gateways, you can learn about time management, study skills, and really adapt into the college life, because each of you will realize very quickly that college is a lot different than high school, the way the classes are structured, the way your day is structured. So Gateways is really there to help you out with that. And your professor in that course is also your academic advisor, and they're there to kind of guide you along, make sure you're taking the right courses each semester, and really work with you and be your resource for all things academic here on campus. And then also as a freshman and throughout your baccalaureate experience, which is 45 credit hours worth of your basic sciences, mathematics courses, humanities, fine arts, every single student has to take that baccalaureate experience here at UT. So this kind of shows, that slide shows what the baccalaureate experience is like and those courses that you'll have to take no matter what your major is here on campus. So that kind of shows that right there. And if you go on our website, you can read a more detailed description of the baccalaureate experience and those courses that you'll have to take. But again, this talks more about Gateways and what we have to offer for Gateways. Definitely, students love having that course, kind of like the homeroom for freshman year, so it's a great way to really help with transitioning to that college life here at UT. So, and then here at UT, all of our professors, it's only professors that teach classes, no GAs, TAs, anything like that. It's all professors that teach all the classes. They all have their office hours. They're all really readily accessible to help you out as far as if you need any assistance, need to meet with them, you have any questions, they're really, really great to work with. So definitely enjoyed having the great professors that we have here on campus at UT. And basically, a lot of people don't understand what medium is. We're a medium-sized campus. We're about 6,000 undergrad students, about 7,200 with our graduate students. So we're really, truly medium-sized. We're not a small campus, but we're not a big, humongous campus. We're good middle-of-the-road size. We have our small class sizes. Our average class size is about 21 students, but we keep the classes very small to medium-sized. As you can see there, our largest class is 59 students, and very few classes are over 40 students. So the chance that you're going to get a quote-unquote big class are very, very slim. Most of our classes are very small to medium-sized. And as you can see there, we have a lot of classes here on campus, but that medium size really does point to the fact that you get the small class sizes, but there's a lot of resources there for you, but we're not going to hold your hand. That's one thing that here at UT with some of the smaller universities will hold your hand and be there for you. So we have a lot of those resources that smaller universities have, but we're not going to hold your hand. And if you want to go use the Academic Center for Excellence or the Academic Success Center, they're all there for you, and you got to go take advantage of those and use those. But you really take advantage of that medium size, because you get all the resources of the small university, but you get some of the little bit advantages of the bigger universities also. So again, I really like that size, and I know students that come to campus really enjoy our medium size also. And then as far as experiential education, we're one of the leaders in the country in experiential education. Our students really don't sit in classrooms and be bored all the time. They're really enjoying, really embracing and learning about getting their hands on outside of the classroom. Some of our, you see some of our exercise science students there doing some research, some of our on-campus radio station that we have, some of our education students being out of the classroom, in their own classroom at a high school or a little elementary school, and some of our, that right there is our Sykes College of Business Financial Trading Room. We actually have students that trade live money there, so a lot of our finance students will take advantage of that room. So definitely a nice little perk of being on our campus in the Sykes College of Business. We have beautiful science labs, some of the top science labs in the country here on campus in a few different buildings, a bunch of different labs for you to take advantage of. And that building you see right there is our Marine Science Field Station. We have a lot of marine science majors that come down here to UT. Some of you might be marine science majors also, but they take advantage of that research center, field station, about 12 minutes off campus, where you do all your wet labs, dry labs. So it's a good resource for our marine science students to take advantage of that and learn more about marine science. We also have great communications and film programs. As you can see, that's our black box film studio over in our CAS Communications Lab. It has the green screen and everything there. There's our radio station that we have on campus also, WUTT. So some great labs for our communication and film students. And we have beautiful art studios also, many different art programs, whether it's drawing, painting, sculpture, photography, lots of different options for art here on campus. So As you can see, we have a very diverse campus, many different majors to choose from for our students. So now I'm going to pass it off to Emily, who's going to talk more about the honors program.
Yeah, so we do have an honors program at UT. With that, it's something that you'll get invited into. So you would either be invited with your acceptance to UT, or later on, if like you didn't have the GPA coming into UT, if you earn it later on, then they'll invite you to that as well. So with that, it's not something that you really have to like accept or deny. You're just kind of automatically in it if you're invited to it. So there's not really any like downside to doing it. Really, all you'll do is you'll take honors classes. You get all kinds of like special perks, like you can apply for special scholarships, study abroad things, research stipends as well. Also, you can take what's called honors tutorial classes. So we do offer specific honors classes, but sometimes it's hard to get all of those in with your schedule because you do have to take 5 honors courses before you graduate. So you can make any of your like typical classes that you have to take for your major an honors course as well. So that's kind of nice because you already have to take that course anyway. So you'll just have to do an extra like, paper, presentation, or project or something to make it an honors course. Also, as an honors student, you have the opportunity to study abroad in Oxford for a semester, so that's a pretty awesome perk of that too. So they'll send over like 3 to 4 students each semester to go over there, study abroad in Oxford for the semester. You get to do all kinds of research. It's basically, I don't know, like everyone that I've heard that's done it loves it. It's a great opportunity since the honors program does pay for the difference between your UT tuition too, as well. So here's some more pictures of that. I think it looks like Hogwarts. So.
Yeah, that actually is the cafeteria that they use from Harry Potter. And one of the perks of being in our program is that we're one of the few students that actually get to use that cafeteria. So other students will actually try and bribe our students to take them to lunch just so they can go and eat in that cafeteria right there. So you can see it's a nice little perk of being with the UT Oxford students out there.
Yeah, so also with our classes, kind of like Anthony was saying, where you'll like go off campus, do all kind of experimental stuff like research. You can do that within your classes. A lot of your classes will have like special research projects that you do, or professors have all kinds of opportunities all the time with projects that they're doing that they want help with. So there's a lot of opportunities with that. You can see the kids in the marine bio. Then also we have study abroad options too, so you can study abroad for either a year, a semester, also a summer if that works better for you. Also we have something called travel courses, so that's where you would take a course for the semester, and then at the end of the semester you and your class would go to the country that you were learning about in the class for 2 weeks. So they offer those every semester. You would either go abroad during winter break or summer break, depending on which semester you took it. So there's a lot of options for that. Right now I have friends in like Morocco, China, Australia, Paris. Like they're all over the place, so there's a ton of options for that. And it's easy for like your credits to transfer over and all that. The study abroad advisors help you with all that before you go. All right, also since we are located right next to downtown, there's a ton of internship opportunities. We have everything from like working at the aquarium or children's museum to working with like business, financial things. There's all kind of like public relations stuff. There's really something for everyone, all within walking distance of the campus, which is awesome since you don't need to have a car. You can walk right there. I mean, even like starting my freshman year, one of my classes had us do an internship right there. So it's not something that you have to be like a junior or senior to do, like to wait to start your internships. You can start right away getting that experience, which is really unique to our university.
A lot of times those internships are really parlaying into jobs, so many of our students are using that to parlay into jobs. And as you can see here, Emily will talk more about career services and how they help out too.
Yeah, so we do have a career services office on campus as well, which is a really, really helpful resource. They'll help you with anything from like making your resume, cover letter. They offer all kinds of career fairs, like speakers will come in that you can go see their presentations. Also, we do have like an online database called Hire UT. So on there they list all of the on and off campus jobs and internships. So you can just click on whatever one looks interesting to you and read about it and apply for it right through there. So that's a great option as well. And then here listed on the screen are graduate law and med schools that some of our students have gotten into after graduating from UT. So you can see that there's some very prestigious universities on there. So the UT degree is very well looked upon here. Another thing, we offer a ton of clubs and organizations here. There's so many ways to get involved at UT, and that's like my biggest advice to anyone coming here is to just get involved. That's the only way that you're gonna like have like fun really, because you're coming from so far from home, and so it's a great way to kind of like find your family at UT, and have something to do too, because you'll have a lot of like downtime in college since your classes aren't like all day like they were in high school. So there's everything from like, we have all kinds of clubs where you could go like even just to the beach, or there's clubs for like every major, there's clubs for anything. And if for some reason we don't offer a club that you want, it's really easy to start it too. And we do have like Greek life on campus as well. About 20% of our students are in Greek life. So I'm in a sorority, and I rushed my first semester freshman year and loved it. It was really easy right away to just make friends, get involved, always have something to do. On the screen now is our fitness center. So that is our student fitness center that is free for students to use at any time. We have all these great athletic equipment, as well as a room where you can take free fitness classes like Zumba, spinning, yoga, all that. And you can rent bikes for free as well from the gym too. So that's nice if you want to go on Bayshore Boulevard like Anthony was talking about, or just run some errands or something. And here is our beautiful pool. That was all just renovated last semester, so it looks a lot more like a resort with all the cabanas and nice landscaping and stuff. So that's a really popular place for students to hang out. Even during like finals week, that's the most packed I've ever seen it. Everyone's out there with like their textbooks and like laptops studying for their classes, trying to get the last bit of sun in. Also, we do have our Peace Volunteer Center, so that's a great way to get involved as well. Also, during freshman orientation, they have a day of like service where you can go do a service project within the community. You can sign up for that for orientation as well. So they just offer all kinds of things that you can do, from just little day trips to ones where you can go abroad to like Ecuador. I think last year they went to Honduras or something. So they have all kinds of opportunities there too. Here we have intramurals too, so that's kind of good if you don't want to get like really intense on a sports team, you kind of just want to do it more for fun. You can get you and a group of friends together and do that. We have everything from like intramural basketball to intramural Quidditch. Like, there's a big range of things that you can do.
There truly is a Quidditch team, she's not joking.
Yeah, no. And we also have like varsity teams like ice hockey and equestrian teams as well. So those aren't our NCAA Division II sports, but they are sports that you can still get involved in, and you'll have like games against other schools too.
Yeah, our equestrian team and our hockey teams are really blowing up. They're gotten really popular. So if you're interested in any of those areas, you can go online, contact the coaches or the team presidents, and they can help you out as far as trying to participate in those.
Alright, so residence life. I know this is something that's always a little scary going to school, because it's where you're going to live for the next year and you don't know what you're getting yourself into. But these are 6 freshman dorms that we have on campus. So in the top left corner is Smiley Hall. So those dorms are set up like suite style. So it's going to be like you'd either be in a double or a triple with a bathroom and then connected to another double or triple. So you'd be sharing a bathroom with about 3 to 4 other people. All of our dorms are co-ed, but you're never going to be sharing a bathroom with someone of the opposite sex. So Smiley Hall, Vaughn, Austin, McKay, like they're all set up that like suite style. Then we have the Howard Johnson, which is our overflow housing. So that's in the top middle. That's a picture of that. It's right off campus, but it's still a really easy walk. It's probably even closer to some parts of campus than some of the other dorms are. But we do offer a shuttle too that goes back and forth to that. So if you don't want to walk, you can take that. Also, I mean, this semester we were able to bring all of the freshmen from there on campus, so no one's even living in our overflow housing anymore. But I actually had some friends that were really upset about that, because they love the Howard Johnson. Since you get like your own queen size bed, you only have to share a bathroom with one roommate, like you have your maid service that cleans for you every day. So it's pretty nice. And then in the top right we have the boathouse. So that's kind of like what we think of like the real world UT. It's like set up like 2 sides of the boathouse, so one side's boys, one side's girls, and they basically just share this big like house, and I think there's 2 bathrooms on each side as well, and it's right on the river too. Also, this is West Kennedy Hall, so this just opened up in the fall, so it's brand new. That's actually where I live this year. It's beautiful inside. As you can see, on the right is a picture of the penthouse that's on the top floor. So there's 2 of those from the 10th to 11th floor, so it's actually a 2-story dorm room, basically, that you live in. So there's 8 people living in there. They all have singles, they have stairs in their dorm room. It's pretty cool. But also in that dorm is, like every floor is themed to different countries, so there's like pictures and stuff from all over. It's very cultural. It's a cool place to live.
That's our brand new dorm that just opened back in September, so that's the newest dorm on campus.
Also food, that's very important as well. We do have 3 main dining areas on campus. They're all underneath your meal plan. We have the cafeteria, which is your normal like sit down, like buffet type thing, all you can eat. You could sit there for like 3 hours if you wanted. You could also just like take out a to-go box too from the cafeteria, go like take it back to your room or outside or whatever. And then we have Smiley Hall and Spartan Club, which are kind of set up more like fast food type style. So with those, you would just like, those are what the pictures are on there. So we have everything from like Salsa Rico, which is like Chipotle type style. We have like barbecue place, Chick-fil-A, Dairy Queen, Pandini's, which is like Italian food. So there's really something for everyone. There's a ton of options. So you know you're not going to get tired of the food because there's always something new for you to eat. And we do have Panache as well, which is in the top left corner, and that's our on-campus restaurant. So it's actually like a full restaurant with like waitresses and stuff. That menu changes every day for you to go to. The food there is awesome. It's like the best food on campus. So yeah. Security too, I know that's a big concern for a lot of people since we are literally right next to the city. You kind of worry about safety here. I personally have never felt unsafe on campus, but we do have our security officers that are always roaming around in their little golf carts, as you can see in the picture. And we do have our security office on campus too. Also, when you get your student ID card, the security number is on the back of that as well, so you could call them at any time if you're having any problems. We have something called Lazer Team too, so that's students that ride around on golf carts like that, and their number is on the back of your ID card too. And if at any time you don't feel like walking somewhere on campus, maybe it's late at night, maybe you just don't want to walk to class, you can call them and they'll pick you up wherever you are and drive you where you need to go on campus.
They call it Lazy Team, some of the students.
Yeah. We also have our Health and Wellness Center on campus, so that's free for students to use as well. You do get student health insurance as a student here. So that's right on campus. You can go on at any time. It's really set up like your normal doctor's office with nurse practitioners and stuff. You can get prescriptions through there. There's also counseling services too. So that's really easy for you to do. And again, here's our Bayshore Boulevard. Since you know, it's so nice here all the time. The weather's great. There's always people exercising, running along there. Since we have the ocean so close too, there's a lot of swimming going on. But on Bayshore Boulevard too, it's like a fitness track. So it's set up like every half mile. They have a different like fitness thing you can do, whether there's like pull-ups or like little spin bikes and stuff. So it's a really popular place. Sometimes you'll see like dolphins and manatees there.
I saw one yesterday actually when I was out there. There was a
humongous
humongous dolphin out as I was riding my bike, so it was pretty cool.
Alright, so also we have a ton of leadership opportunities. Since we do have so many clubs and organizations on campus, there's a leadership opportunity in every single one of those. So that's another thing that a lot of times as an underclassman you think that you can't get involved in, but it's really something that you don't have to be a junior or senior to be a leader on campus. Like I started right away as a freshman with like exec opportunities on campus in the organizations that I was in. So with that, we do offer like leadership opportunities in like the sororities. We have our diplomats, which are like ambassadors on campus. We also have the best opportunity, I'd say, for freshmen to get involved as leaders is Elite. And that is a retreat that happens a couple days before actual freshman orientation. So you get to move in early, which is nice because you don't have to deal with the rush of everyone's crazy freshman parents trying to move them in. So with that, we have 2 retreats offered. There's the classic or outdoors. So the classic one is like you're gonna mostly be inside just kind of doing like bonding, leadership activities, like critical thinking type stuff, and learning about our social change model through like our 7 C's is what they call it. Also, we have our outdoors retreat, which is more of like they go out in the woods. Like I know they do something where like their counselor goes out and gets lost in the woods and then like everyone else has to go find them. So it's more like outdoorsy type thing. But I did the classic retreat my freshman year, and honestly that's like what made me really love UT from the start, because I instantly made like really close connections, made friends, met like the mentors that they have on the trip are upperclassmen at UT, so made connections with them. They really helped me out a lot with like when I was like, what's a meal exchange and stuff, like they like helped me with everything at UT. So I definitely recommend that to people. You can apply for that online if you just go on the University of Tampa website and type in Elite, that'll come up. So I definitely recommend that. Also with our athletics, we do offer a ton of athletics. We are a Division II school, and all of our athletic events are free for students to go to, and there's a ton of like free t-shirts and food and stuff, so I definitely recommend going. We don't have a football team, but we do have like baseball, basketball, lacrosse, soccer are all really popular. Here's a list of all of them that we do have to offer. And then these are some of our highlights that we're very proud of. We just, in 2013, our baseball team got the national championship, so that's kind of our pride right there. We're also well on our way to do it again this year, so we're hoping for that. But yeah, these are just some of our other ones.
Our baseball team is ranked #1 right now, and our lacrosse team is really highly ranked, and our women's softball team is very highly ranked right now too. I forget the exact rankings. I haven't checked in the past couple of days, but they're doing pretty well. It's a great season so far.
And this is our Martinez Athletic Center. This was all just renovated last spring, so it's very nice inside. We have a 2-story study room in there for students to use, all new athletic training facilities, and that's where basketball and volleyball play their games as well. And also last spring, we had our new lacrosse stadium built, since lacrosse is a newer sport for us. I think this is our 3rd year with lacrosse team. Yeah, so that was built. It's also our intramural field as well, so it's a beautiful complex.
So now it's my turn. I get to talk about the cost. So if there's any parents out there or students, you both obviously want to hear more about the cost. Total tuition, fees, room, board altogether. Last year we were at right around $35,200. They just announced the prices for next year. For 2014, 2015, we're going to go up about $800 or so, and it's going to be up right around $36,000 per year. That's tuition, fees, room, board altogether, all included. But as you can see there, many of our students receive financial aid here on campus. So hopefully many of you received a scholarship when you applied, and then hopefully many of you fill out the Fafsa and received your financial aid package that details any grants and loans that are available for you to take out. So definitely many students receive financial aid. That is the sticker price. Most students are not paying that full price, so many are paying a lot less than that. If you haven't completed the FAFSA, get that in there ASAP, the sooner the better, so we can get your financial aid package made up. And if you have completed the FAFSA and you haven't received your package in the mail, please give us a call or shoot us an email, and we can help you out as far as finding out what happened with that FAFSA and where it is, so we can definitely get you that financial aid package here soon. We know you need to make your decision by May 1st, so the quicker you get that FAFSA filled out, the better, so we can make you up a financial aid package. So if you want to view your financial aid package, you can always go online to your Spartan web account. Under the Finances tab where it says Financial Aid Awards, you can click there and you'll be able to view any of the Pell Grants, UT Grants, Stafford Loans, Scholarship will all be listed there. You can also go there and accept or decline the student loans if you'd like to accept those. That's where your chance to click and accept those on those little yellow arrows. And if you have any questions with any of this stuff, feel free to call us or email us and we can help you out with that. It is important to accept those loans for the student loans if you plan on using those. And as far as, for those of you, you've all been accepted. Again, congratulations to all of you. Again, this is an admitted student reception, so all of you are accepted. So again, congratulations on that. It's not easy to get into UT. A little less than half of the students that applied to UT got accepted this year. So our acceptance rate is pretty low. So definitely it is. You're all smart students, so your next step after being accepted is to do your deposit and fill out your housing application. So that is the very important step. You can do your deposit and right on your Spartan web account, and then you can do that. It's a $500 deposit if you plan to live on campus, $300 if you plan to live off campus. So you'll want to do that as soon as possible, definitely by May 1st. It is due by then. And then after you do the deposit, make sure you complete your housing application. That's the form that actually holds that spot in housing for you. So it is very important to get that completed as soon as possible after you deposit to hold that spot. On your housing application, you get to choose if you'd like to stay up late, if you're messy, what you're interested in, and we use that to match you up with a roommate, or if you want to request a roommate, you can do that on there also. So you're not allowed to pick your actual residence hall. It is all based on the order that we receive the deposit and housing application. So again, it is very important to deposit and housing app early, as once we fill up on campus, we do use the off-campus Howard Johnson's that Emily spoke about earlier. So the Howard Johnson's is not bad at all, but it is important to get that deposit and housing app in as soon as possible to hold that spot to give you a better chance of being on campus. But if you do get in the Hojo, it's not bad at all. It's a pretty cool setup, like Emily said. So you might get placed there when you receive your housing assignment in July. You'll get your schedule and housing assignment in July on your Spartan web accounts. So, and a couple other things you need to do now that you've been accepted. If you haven't done it already, go to ut.edu/UT on FB, and that's where you can go ahead and join our admitted student Facebook app. You can go right there and meet other students that have been accepted, and maybe meet a future roommate or meet some friends. I know they're on there planning meetups and different events before they get down here to Tampa in August. And then also you'll want to make sure that you follow up on lists under the orientation tab of things you need to do, whether it's paying your deposit or getting your photo for your Spartan ID in, your health forms, your parking permit, all that type of stuff is all under the orientation tab of your Spartan web. One other form that you'll need to do once you decide that you're attending UT is called your Freshman Preference Form. It's due by May 15th, so very important to get that in by May 15th. We will be using this form to create your first semester schedule for you. So if you know what your major is, you're going to put that down in the form. If you don't know, it's okay. You can put down undecided, and we'll give you a pretty standard schedule for an undecided student. You'll also be able to put down on that form areas of study that you're interested in taking courses in. So if you think you might want to take a communication course or an art course or dance course or something like that, put that down on there, and when we're making your schedule, we'll try and give you courses from that area. It's not an exact science. You can't pick your exact courses, but you'll give us an idea of what you're interested in, and we'll try to get you some courses in those areas. But make sure you get that form filled out by May 15th. Also, make sure you list on there any AP courses you've taken or any other college courses for credit through dual enrollment you've taken. List those all on there so we know not to give you those same courses when we make your first semester schedule. And lastly is Curbside Check-In. All those things I showed you before on the orientation tab of your Spartan web account, it's very important to get all those done by August 1st. If you can get all that in by August 1st, everything listed right here, you will be cleared for Curbside Check-In. So we do a kind of Southwest style kind of here where you can check in curbside. So instead of having to bounce from office to office when you get here to campus, we allow you to come and check in right at your dorm. You don't have to bounce from different building to building. To make it easier for you, we do the Curbside Check-In. So if you can get everything in by August 1st, you'll be cleared for Curbside Check-In. If you miss the August 1st deadline, you will have to bounce from building to building. So try to get everything in by August 1st. So that includes your submitting your photo for your Spartan card, your health forms, getting financially cleared, got to pay the bill, and then making sure you get everything else all completed by that August 1st deadline. That's all listed on that orientation tab of your Spartan web. And if you don't have that stuff in, many times one of the admissions counselors like myself or whoever your counselor is will probably contact you and bother you. So be prepared for a call from us if you don't get your stuff in. We're here to try to help you out, but we're not going to hold your hand. So make sure you, like I mentioned before, try to get that stuff in by August 1st on your own. We're here to assist you if you have any questions though. If you ever need to contact us, we're at 813-253-6211, or the easy email address is admissions@ut.edu. That's where you can go if you have any questions at any point throughout the admissions process. But now's our turn to answer your questions. So if you guys want to just start typing questions into the little question box that you see right there, me and Emily are going to answer any questions you have about UT. We're here to answer those. I can answer any of the admissions side of questions, and Emily can answer any of the students' questions. So feel free to ask anything you want. We're here to answer any questions you have. We want to help you out. We know it's a stressful time for you. You got a lot going on. You're trying to make your decision by May 1st. So a lot of times hopefully these little receptions can help you out with answering any of those questions. So looks like Alexander's asking, repeat that number. It's 813-253-6211. That is the main admissions line. If you call that up, I think they're open between 9 and 5. Our call center is open, and you can ask to speak to an admissions counselor, and whoever your counselor is will be able to assist you. We break up the territories, like I'm the New York admissions counselor, then we have some counselors that are work with different students from all over the country. So no matter where you guys are from, you have a counselor that's been assigned to you. So come on, let's get those questions going. Don't be shy. Everybody's being shy there. Patricia's asking, will this webinar be available at another time? The recording of the webinar is actually on the College Week Live website. So if you go on there, actually the one from last week is on there already, and this one will be available on there again soon. So you can go back and rewatch it if you'd like. So it is being recorded currently, so feel free to go back and watch it. Or if you, again, like I mentioned, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. But this is the last time we're doing the live webinar. There will be a small chat session on Thursday at 4 o'clock. We're going to be doing a live chat, but it's going to be a totally different aspect. It's going to be talking some general information about the university through a basic general information for juniors and for everybody that's interested in stuff. So this is just for admitted students. So again, feel free to ask any of those questions you have. Come on, if you guys are UT students, you're not going to be shy, so we want to make sure we get some questions for you. So so it looks like Alexandra is asking, when will I find out about my housing location? You'll find out your housing assignment in July. Middle of July is when you'll get what dorm you're assigned, you'll find out your roommate, and you'll also find out your schedule. Middle of July, I think it's around July 9th or so. So that's when you'll find out that information. But again, make sure you get that deposit and housing application in soon so that we can definitely get you a good spot in housing. So Emily, do you want to talk a little bit about your experiences here at UT? And
Yeah.
How do you like it here?
I mean, I love it here. Really, like I said, like right away, I kind of just like put myself out there and got involved like with the elite program, with like sorority and stuff, and that's definitely like the best like advice that I can give to anyone. That's like the kind of students that like do the best here, that stay here, because I'd say like the main reason anyone would want to transfer from here is that they get homesick, and so right away I just kind of like made my own little Tampa family here, and so that way, you know, that doesn't happen. I mean, I've loved like every class I've taken here. I love the small class sizes. You really get that good like relationship with your professor. Like I still have a professor that I had like 2 years ago, freshman year, that like just contacted me a few weeks ago and was like, hey, I heard about this internship and you would be perfect for it, and I haven't spoken to her in like a year. So that's like cool that they like remember you, you know. You also get really close with everyone in your classes, especially as you become like a junior and senior, and it's like everyone is kind of like you're with the same people, so you guys all get really close and really like help each other out. When things get hard, you have rant sessions, you know, there's always someone there for you. I know a lot of people think it's scary like coming here and like getting random roommate and stuff, but I did random roommate and I was in a triple my freshman year, and like I'm still living with one of the people I was randomly placed with 3 years later. So like it worked out really well for me. She's my best friend. Like I know, are you still good friends with your freshman year roommate?
Same thing, yeah.
So it does work out. If for some reason you guys don't get along, you can 3 weeks into each semester's open room change. So it's really easy for you to move around. You just go into Residence Life and they have a list of all the open rooms, and you can just switch right into that. For students.
Yeah, it looks like Cameron's asking, you talked a lot about freshmen. What about transfer students after receiving an associate's? There are different, let me just restate the question. You talk a lot about freshmen, but what about transfer students after receiving an associate's? Also, older students staying on campus, is there different housing options?
Yeah.
As far as for transfer students, we do accept transfer students after receiving an associate's. So if you wanted to do that, you can contact us and speak with one of the transfer admissions counselors. So, but definitely we have many students that come here to transfer from other universities here to UT after getting their associates or just by taking some credit somewhere else. So we definitely accept many transfer students. And there are some spots for older students that live on campus. We do have some dorms that have singles in them and studio apartments on campus. So we can try and help you out and with getting one of those. So there's many different housing options on campus, whether it's the freshman style, suite style, or the apartment style, or the studios, the singles. So there's a bunch of different housing options on campus for you to take part in. So
about 65% of our students do live on campus. So with the housing process too, it's like based on credit. So the seniors do get to pick housing first. So it's not like how some schools they only allow housing for freshmen. It is like the upperclassmen kind of get preference first, but all the freshmen, of course. Like basically anyone that wants housing on campus will get the housing.
Yeah, whether it's on campus or it's over in the Howard Johnson. Yeah. So that is basically like another residence hall for us. So if you do get that, that's considered our housing also. So next question is here from Ben. Ben's asking, I was wondering what the academic support program is like at UT. For example, if you have a documented disability, what kind of supports are available? As far as academic support, we have lots of resources for that. The Academic Success Center was just opened up right on campus. They just transitioned the whole building into the Academic Success Center. That incorporates our Academic Center for Excellence, the Academic Advising Office, and the Student Success Center is all in there. There's 3 different offices there available for our students. So if you have any 504 or need extra time on tests, that's all available for you. If you need tutoring in a subject, that's all available for you too. The Academic Advising Office is there to help you out if you want to switch your major or have any questions about a major. You can go there and work with them. The Student Success Center is there to help you out, students. If you're struggling or if you need some assistance with different things, they're there to work with you. So definitely a lot of resources available for you in that Academic Success Center right on campus. It's right in the middle of campus, so it's a great location to easily get to. So. And then Isabel's asking, can you tell me more about the President's Leadership Program? What is the time commitment? Emily, do you know much about the President's Leadership Fellows?
I know they have a meeting once a week that they do. It's also kind of similar to like the elite program where they get there early, I believe, and have like a little orientation thing. I do have a couple of friends in it. I mean, they seem to love it. It doesn't seem to be like a huge time commitment or anything. It's just another way to get involved. You do get really close with kind of like more like people that are higher up, I guess you would say, and like faculty and stuff. So you do build up those relationships too early on.
In that President's Leadership Fellows program, there is an application process for that. So if you haven't applied for that, unfortunately it's too late for that one, but if you have applied and if you got accepted to it, I think they did notify all students that were accepted. You would receive a $1,000 scholarship for that, and they can get you more information on that program. The Office of Student Leadership and Engagement is the one that handles that program. So a lot of the info is on the website for that, and you can always contact them. They can give you more detailed information about what's really involved in that program. But from everything I've heard, that program's awesome. They do a lot of great work on campus for our students. So up next we have looks like Carlos is asking, does UT have biomedical sciences as a major? We do have a pre-med program, and then we have biology, chemistry, biochemistry, all offered here on campus. Then we have marine science and environmental science, forensic science, so a lot of different science areas for our students. So, and then that pre-med program, pre-vet, pre-dental, pre-pharmacy, some students also. So a lot of choices as far as going on to med schools, dental schools, if you want to. So great science programs here on campus. I showed you the labs before, so lots of great success stories as far as students going on to great graduate programs, and doctoral programs in those areas for our students. So then Alexander's asking, looks like it goes, Emily said that she was going for elementary education. I plan on being a high school history teacher. Does Tampa provide payment for the 5th year with the master's program? Do we provide payment for the 5th year with the master's program? I'm kind of confused about your question. We do have a master's program in education here on campus, but I don't know as far as, do you know anything about that, Emily? As far as?
I'm not sure. I know some colleges do like something where it's like a 5-year program instead of, but ours is a 4-year, but you can do the master's program after. But I mean, you can apply for different like graduate scholarships, but it's not like a 5-year program, I guess.
So, and it looks like, and if you have any questions, more specific questions, feel free to call us or email us and we can help you out with that, or get you in touch with the person that can help you out with that. And then you're also asking, Alexander's also asking, is there any specific out-of-state financial aid considerations or scholarships? We don't have anything special for out-of-state students. We look at all the students the same that apply to UT. We have so many students from out-of-state, in-state. About 60% of our students are from out-of-state, about 30% are in-state, and about 10% are international. So we get a great mix here on campus. So we don't do anything special for out-of-state students. Scholarships are the same. They range from $3,000 to $14,000 per year based on your academics, and then the other financial aid comes from the Fafsa. So, but feel free to look for any outside scholarships that are out there. There's a bunch of different websites, scholarships.com, fastweb.com, that list a bunch of different scholarships for students to apply for. So it looks like Madison's asking, what are the people like at UT? Emily, you want to talk about that?
That's a good question. I'd say like we are really diverse here. You kind of like meet people, like Anthony was saying, we have people from like all over the world. Like there's people from all 50 states, and we have 136 countries that we represent. So there's like, we have a good mix. Like I don't say that UT has like a certain type that you like have to be to like do well here. It's really kind of also like you were saying at the beginning, it's just like the people that are independent, like people that are willing to put themselves out there, because there are so many opportunities here. You just kind of have to be willing to go out and get them. So I really wouldn't say that there's like a type of person that goes here. You kind of like, everyone kind of like finds their little niche. Like, I mean, I'm friends with like so many people from all different all different organizations and stuff. You kind of just meet people from everywhere, and yeah. It's
really true. There is a really big mix here on campus. Like she said, all the different states that we have represented. We have students that come from California down here. We have one of our admissions counselors that's out in Hawaii right now talking to students. So we get a good mix, and then the international students too. You get a good mix on campus. I would say the one thing, as being a former student that went here and still working here now, is our campus is really friendly. It's probably one of the friendliest campuses I've ever been on. You walk across campus and you have random people saying hi to you. And it's just amazing, and the warm and friendly atmosphere that's on campus. It's not only warm in temperature, it's warm in the actual just feeling on campus, that when you're talking to students, everybody is really nice to each other. They're just like outgoing and just enjoying themselves down here. It's just the vibe on campus is really great. So if you haven't had a chance to come down and visit us, definitely try to come visit us as soon as possible. Again, you have till that May 1st deadline to get your decision in, but definitely try to come visit campus. I think once you walk on, you're going to fall in love with it. So if you haven't had a chance to visit, try to book that quick last-minute flight if you can, and come check us out, and you'll really see what we're talking about how great the campus is. You can schedule a visit right on our website. We have 4 tour times a day. Some Saturdays we're open, so right on our website you could schedule that visit to come down and check out campus. And Emily might even be your tour guide, and maybe I'll present you. So you'll get to meet us in person if you come on down. So. And then Andrew's asking, can you enlighten me on what all documents, fees need to be submitted, paid for before the May 1st federal deadline? That May 1st deadline, the only thing you have to get in before that May 1st deadline is your $500 deposit if you're living on campus, or $300 deposit if you're living off campus. So that's the only thing that, and then your housing application if you're living on campus. But those are the only things that have to be in by May 1st. So that kind of locks you into attending. And then afterward, then you do your freshman preference form and the other ID photo and everything else I listed before on that orientation tab. That's all done over the summer. But before May 1st, the only thing that is needed is your deposit and housing application if you're living on campus. So, but the sooner the better on that. If you do it now and then change your mind, decide you're not attending, as long as you let us know before May 1st, we can refund the deposit for you. So it is a refundable deposit up until May 1st. So feel free to put it down now if you're still making your decision. And if you haven't visited yet, do your deposit now. You can do it right on your Spartan Web account and then fill out your housing app. And then you have till May 1st to visit. And say for some reason you don't like it, which I highly doubt you won't, you can always get it refunded if necessary, or if things don't work out, just as long as you let us know before May 1st. So, does anybody have any more questions? If you have any more questions, feel free to write those here. We're going to wrap it up here in a couple more minutes. So if you have any other questions, it looks like another question just came through here. Let's see what Alexander had to say here. Is the housing application and all of the freshman orientation forms done online through the Spartan website? That's a great question, Alexander. Yes, everything pretty much is done online. We're pretty much a green kind of school. We're pretty paper friendly. We don't really use much of it. A lot of it is pretty much everything can be done online. You can do the housing app is all online. The freshman preference form is online. You can upload your Spartan ID online, our ID photo. You can sign up for, your parents can sign up for orientation online. You can sign up for the Busch Gardens trip online. The only thing you'll need to do that you'll have to mail in to us is you print out your health forms from the Spartan Web account and you'll mail those in. Those have to be mailed in to us. Those can't be faxed or anything or emailed. Those actually have to be mailed to us. So you'll need to have your doctor fill those out and get those in mailed to us. So, but everything else is pretty much done online. So it makes it pretty easy. You shouldn't have a problem with getting that all done by April 1st. Excuse me, not April 1st, August 1st. So we're past April 1st. So it looks like Camber's asking, Camber, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Do we call financial aid office if we received our acceptance package but haven't heard about scholarships, grants, etc.? You can call the financial aid office or you can call the admissions office. Just call 813-253-6211 and one of us can help you out, whether it's the admissions office or we'll get you connected up to the financial aid office. But it looks like you should definitely call the admissions office, that number I just gave you, and we can help you out and figure out what's going on with your financial aid package there. As far as also asking, I am Phi Theta Kappa and Alpha Beta Gamma, also being a transfer student, which I hear has a lot of benefits. Is there a deadline to apply for scholarships or someone to call? Looks like most scholarships are mainly offered to high school students. No, we do have transfer scholarships also. Our transfer scholarships go up to $8,000 per year. So we do have transfer scholarships also. If you received one, it would have been right on your acceptance letter. So maybe go reread your acceptance letter. Many transfer students do get scholarships. Or feel free to call us and we can help you out and find out if you did receive one or if you didn't, what the reason was. And we can help you out with that. But those transfer scholarships are available for when you apply as a transfer student, in addition to the regular financial aid that comes through from the Fafsa. So, well, if there aren't any other, one more question looks like popped in here. So you guys keep on getting those questions in. We do want to wrap it up in a couple minutes here, so type your last minute questions before we wrap it up. Alexander's asking, who should I talk to about changes with the Fafsa? Alexander, you want to contact you can call the admissions office, and if we can't help you out, we'll get you connected with the financial aid office. But pretty much once you submit a new FAFSA, we'll make you up a new financial aid package. The financial aid office will. So they will help you out with that. And if you have a big change of circumstance, like anything's changed from last year's FAFSA to last year's taxes to this year, you could do a change of circumstance form. So the financial aid office can help you out as far as handling that change of circumstance form and all your next steps that you need to do for that one. So again, that number is 813-253-6211 if you want to call tomorrow during the day, and one of the admissions counselors or financial aid counselors. Admissions is 813-253-6211, or financial aid is 813-253-6219. 813-253-6219. So a little different number difference there as far as the two numbers, but that either of our offices can help you out. So, well, that looks like it's going to wrap it up here for us tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed our little reception. Feel free to contact us with any questions. Again, the email is admissions@ut.edu, so we can help you out with any other questions you have. So it's a pleasure chatting with you guys. Hope to see you all on campus here in the fall. First day of orientation, you kind of check in on August 20th, and first day of classes is August 25th. So time's flying, it's coming here pretty soon. So definitely get your deposit and everything in by May 1st, and we hope to see you on campus in the fall. Have a great evening. Bye now.